So welcome to day 5 of the Cornwall 500 news. And yeah, after taking a day out yesterday, we could organise ourselves a little bit more today, and things went a little more smoother. The route went a little more smoother, and we had better tracking on the route, as you probably noticed. We had a separate phone for the tracking, and although I did get into the van twice today, because once we got stuck, but more about that a bit later. And the other time, it was just a really dangerous road. So we've decided at the end of the day, life's not worth it. And if it's a really dangerous road and there's not a way around it, we'll just get in the van for just a mile or something like that. And then the problem is when you get into it on one of those roads, it's then hard to get off that road and find, but you know what I mean. But yeah, the tracking went really well. We done, I think in total, in the wheelchair, about 21 miles today. So that was pretty good. With the new motors. And thanks to Code for purchasing and sponsoring this whole challenge of mine, I was able to buy new motors. And Cornwall Mobility fitted them. So this was what my chair looked like yesterday. I think it was relieved to have a bit of downtime. I think my chair was creaking more than I was. And there's James, just pointing out the Cornwall 500. So I got my chair back just after a couple of hours, all new motors, all ready for today. So what is so special about the new motors? Well, the easiest way to explain it, as far as I understand it, and I'm not a tech guru, they're the same motor, slightly different gearbox. So basically I've got a third gear now instead of second gear, because wheelchairs don't have gears. They just have one motor and a gearbox. So I've got a slightly faster speed, but it's slightly less torque on hills and stuff. So we'll just have to see how that pans out. But it's making the days a little more gentler on me and the time and the team and the carers, things like that, because they're long days going up there, and it's not just me. And this is my challenge, and it's something I wanted to do. It's not necessarily what my carers and everybody else wanted to do, but they're brilliant and they're coming along and they're doing their part. And, you know, I wouldn't be able to do this without them. So that's really important, but it's long days for them. So what else? I've done the route, I've done the thing, I've done motors and all that. So on to today. Where did we go today? So the route started off today. Let me bring up my PDF. I've got so many places in my head that someone stops me and goes, "Where have you just been?" I'm like, I don't know. I've forgotten. Done an interview on BBC Radio today and on Rewind. So that's exciting. Call out to Jack on Rewind and Julia on the BBC. Thank you for giving me a call, and thank you for updating the listeners. And it really does help, because the people on the road and the drivers and all that know about me a bit more, and it makes it a little bit safer. And it just, yeah, all round, it just makes the whole thing so much easier to do. It gets really tiresome and cold come 3-4 o'clock, and the support and the beeping and the waving, it means a lot. It really does help. So anyway, we started off at Cheviot, which really was a lay-by. I think we missed the town of Cheviot, or the area. And we Polbaffic, and then we went to Port Eliot Gardens. This is a lovely place. I'm going to move over. I met Steve there and his awesome dog. That place, so the place on the right, up there to the right, that's nearly 1,000 years old. And he said that is like, it was like the Cathedral of Cornwall, which would have been before 800 years later, Truro got its cathedral. And it's like, Port Eliot is very much like a living time capsule of the last 1,000 years about each bit that's been added to it. And Lady Eliot has given us permission to share this, and we're going to work with her with something in the future. So thank you, Lady Eliot. Thank you, Steve. And I wish him luck, because he's going to move on and do something with the veterans and all that. So worthwhile. So yeah, amazing place. Where did we go next? What happened next? Oh, I just seen this passing by. It just reminded me. Lovely little chuff and the Cornish emblem. I just thought that's nice. Hey, Ted. This was down the Chinese, or the China something golf. Let me bring up that. China Fleet Country Club. Little Ted down there, sitting on the rock, waiting for us to get there, waving us in. So they got a plaque today. And there's Carenza, my helper today. Sam's sister. Awesome team with me today. Little Ted, we picked him up to take him on our journeys. And there they were receiving the plaque. That's an amazing place. They've got so much in there, swimming pool and everything. Right. Then going on to, this place was special. This is, what's wrong with my mind? Pentilly Castle. And the guy on top of there, I've got to tell you about him first. Sir James Tilley, 1646 to 1713. So he built Pentilly Castle in 1698. He now resides in the mausoleum overlooking the estate. Now then, what is so special about Pentilly Castle? I don't know about the past, actually. I'm quite ignorant to that. But that was Sammy and Ted who met him there. And I told him my story about the male macho dive-in syndrome, when you get some girls and a tall object and water, boys would dive into it showing off. And then after they received the plaque and all that, he sent us down to where Beyond Paradise is filmed. There they are, Sam and Carenza, the team, with Ted again. We found him. And Ted there again, looking out over the boat. You'll recognise it with Beyond Paradise. It's the set. And what more can I say? I don't watch the TV programme. I don't think I ever have done. But yeah, he was there. Amazing little area. But Ted drove down. He said, "You've been down here a while. I was a bit worried. There was water and tall objects. I didn't know whether you might be showing off again." It's funny. Lovely guy. Lovely, him and his sister. Absolutely, such a warm welcome. Then on to St. Melian. Phoebe from Codes, which is the main sponsor, you might have heard me mention. Without them, this wouldn't have happened. So Phoebe come to meet me from the Liscard office, and she's a lawyer. She's, got such an exciting career, I think, just listening to her and her passion for law and everything. And we just got talking about Suits, and I said to her, "You got to watch The Good Wife," because that's about similar. But yeah, Suits is just so amazing. Going off topic now, but yeah, thank you, Phoebe, for coming and meeting me. That was a real pleasure at the end of the day. And then the manager up there, or the catering manager up there. So I think her name was Heather. Please forgive me if I've got it wrong. But yeah, St. Melian has got a plaque. And why wouldn't they have? Amazing place. I remember going there before my accident to the Benson Edges Open. Now then, this family, Nye and Lena. Can I show a picture of it at the moment? We're kind of going everywhere here, but that's okay. Oh, there you go. That's the big picture of Pentilly Castle. And right down at the front with the boathouse and the boat from Paradise, Beyond Paradise on the TV series. And they're filming again there in 2 weeks' time. So I might head up there and become an extra. That little fella, I went past, I thought that was cool. Little geeky things always amuse me. It's a lawnmower. And it automatically comes out, cuts the lawn, automatically goes back in. I thought that was cool. So these guys, let me show you a video. So, here's my predicament. It was a nice cycle path. I was told that, yeah, no problem. And yeah, so I could commit to it, but I'm going to be stuffed. But I cannot turn around now. So the team are walking back to meet me, and we will see what we do from there. So before the team got back to meet me, these guys came down and they unhitched my trailer, and Nye pushed me up there, and Lena helped, and just a lovely family. They're so happy and all that. Nice smile. It's so funny. He's great. So just a huge shout out to them. Otherwise it would have been Sam and Carenza having to walk about a mile up a path to try to find me and dig me out. So that's the first time.
Here's my predicament.
Oh, wait a minute. How do I do this? Like that. Here I am. And yeah, that's the first time we had to get in a van because there was no way around that dual carriageway. So yeah, we're just making sure it's safe, things like that. So today's down. I think I took about £200 in the pots, but I don't really count it, but I'm guessing about that. There's been some donations online. That's climbing towards the £2,500. And we got to remember why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because the air ambulance saved my life 33 years ago. And everywhere I go in Cornwall, someone has a story about the air ambulance, whether it saved them or someone they know, or it landed nearby them. It's such a vital service. And let's remember, it is done by charity. It's done by your donations. And as much as the service is amazing, as much as the teams are amazing, the paramedics, the pilots, all the volunteers, all the people that, without your donations, none of that would happen. And this is why it's so vitally important. The service that is just so close to the hearts of so many people in Cornwall. You know, they can get to anywhere in Cornwall in 20 minutes, 28 minutes, I believe, to the Isles of Scilly. And very often we look up in the sky and see it. And they're currently going for Heli 2s, their second helicopter, so that they can do more hours during the day. And when they have to put the helicopter into service, and it has to be stripped down, right down to nuts and bolts every single year or so, they don't have to hire in one and a massive expense. They can use a second helicopter and have a second team. So that it's 12 minutes now, 30 minutes into this news. You don't want to hear from me anymore. Look, I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for doing this with me. And thanks for being on this page. Share this, comment, let me know your thoughts. And I will be out again on Sunday, starting up near St Mellon. We're going to end up going up St Mellon, going around Bude, all the way down the coast. I can tell you roughly. So Sunday, really, I'm probably starting at Coat Hill House, and then Callistock, Gunners Lake, Luckett, Rizar, Lawhitton, Stowerscombe, Launceston, popping into Codes to see them again, and Launceston Castle end on Sunday. So looking forward to that. That's 28 miles, so it's quite a jolt on Sunday. Take care, guys. Have a good Saturday. Have a good weekend, whatever you're doing. And thank you.